Hello, my name is Derek Tafuma of DerekTafuma.com. I just want to talk about the rise and rise and rise of Zim Dancehall. Zim Dancehall is Zimbabwe dancehall akin to Jamaican dancehall, but with a very, very local flavor. It still has a lot of the original Jamaican music dancehall. I'm not a music analyst, but when I listen to it, I can sort of tell that this is copied from this Jamaican artist. I can tell with some of the sounds when I'm listening. But I think 90% of the time, they are trying to make it as authentic. Maybe not authentic. It can never be authentic because just the word dancehall itself is not authentic. But who owns music? Who owns genres anyway? You know, is it the Jamaicans? Is it someone else? So Zimbabweans have come to own a local brand of dancehall, and they call it Zimbabwe dancehall. And I think it's rising pretty quickly. Now, some people may say, how far is it gonna go? Is it something that's going to survive the test of time, etc.? Because we always think of the days of Sungura music, which we don't have a lot of now, but people are still enjoying the old music. So my answer to those worries or those concerns is that it's all about the market. You know, what does the market say? What is the market saying? If the market wants the music, then the music is going to live, you know. So it's not about whether the music is going to survive or not, but it's about whether the market wants it or they don't want it. If they don't want it, it's not going to survive. I think one of the advantages that they have had is that they've been persistent. The Zim dancehall artists, you know, since they started, I've seen a lot of improvements, just like the Nigerian movies, which people used to laugh at. But if you look at them now, some of them have really gone, they've upped their game and they look really professional now. But when they started, a lot of people say they would not go very far. But the market still wanted those movies. As bad as they were, people still watched them. As they would complain but still watch. So the market was ready for something African, I think. And with Zim dancehall, we wait to see if they can cross borders into Mozambique, South Africa, Zambia, and see how they get on. A lot of them, the next point I was going to talk about is social media. And I see that a lot of them have embraced social media. In fact, the successful ones have successful Facebook pages, Instagram accounts, even Snapchat, and obviously YouTube. And they're also monetizing on YouTube. But I think the primary concern of the artists should be to produce as much music as possible. Which comes to the point of social media, because with social media you can actually produce a lot more content than you could. You can distribute it in a lot more places, because remember, it's about the market. And if people don't know about you because you're not on social media, then it's going to be difficult as an artist. You end up getting maybe average artists doing better in the long run because they are on all social media platforms and they are producing content, even if it's not as good as yours. But because you're not on the platforms, no one really knows about you. So they need to produce as much content as they can. They need to produce content every day. I think I left out one social media, a place where they can produce content. I think it's SoundCloud. So on SoundCloud, they can also produce content on a daily basis and post it there. If they're on a Facebook page, they should post, engage with the followers of the page. If the followers comment on something, have a team or do it yourself, and reply to those comments as long as they are reasonable comments. Then Instagram, you need to be on Instagram. Instagram has a live feature where you can, if say you're at a show or you're practicing at home or in the studio, you can give the viewers or the followers a preview, a snap preview of what you do, and that will make your fans closer to you. Then even on Facebook, you can also go live. Then you've got Snapchat. Then you've got Musical.ly or Musical.ly. Then you've got YouTube, you've got SoundCloud. So with all of these platforms, the musician or the Zim dancehall artists can interact more with clients or with customers, with followers, because those followers are potential purchasers of your music. So if you want them to buy something, you've got to engage them. Otherwise, they're going to buy from the person who engages them more, and that person might be average, but because they know the social media game, which is really about numbers, it's about realizing that there are numbers on social media, and that if you don't interact with those numbers, then you're not doing yourself a favor, because you're likely to go with the person who is engaging them. Okay, so I'd like to say kudos to the Zim dancehall artist Pamamonya Papo. You're doing really well. Please keep it up.